Hey everyone. Today I'm working on my week 25 of the Altered Index 2025 challenge put on by Nonstop Paper Crafts, and the prompt for week 25 is solitude. So I was trying to think of what I wanted to do for solitude, and I'm going to use this stamp here. It's going to be very simple today. I think this is the only stamp that I'm planning to use. The voice of the sea speaks to the soul. And my reasoning for that, just setting up to get stamping here. Got my watercolor cardstock. My reason for using this one for solitude is I just find this so true. The voice of the sea speaks to the soul. I was in South Africa a couple of years ago and was able to stay at a friend's place for 3 weeks, and their house overlooks Gordon's Bay, and I was able to just spend some time standing on their back deck overlooking the water and watching dolphins, and it was such a beautiful experience for me. I don't live near the ocean, so it was wonderful, and I just found myself, I could stand on that deck and just look at the water and the waves and the sea life, and it just was a perfect place to just stand there and contemplate life. I just found it so relaxing, so refreshing, so peaceful. So when I was thinking of solitude, I mean, I'm an introvert, so I do like to have my time alone. I love having my family around, but having some time to myself. So there were some times when we were there in South Africa, our friends were off doing things, working, and my husband was at their complex fixing their tractor at one point, and I was just by myself at the house, and I just found it so wonderful to just stand there at the water and just contemplate deep things. I have this one spot that's bugging me here on that letter E. So I've just tried to clean off my stamp and ink it up again and see if maybe there was something on the stamp. No, it's still there. Why is that not pressing down? Could be because it's the watercolor cardstock that I'm not as used to using, except for these challenges. You know what? That's going to be good enough. Quickly give that a wipe. And I am going to heat set this with clear embossing powder. And that will set it all nicely, and then I can do some ink blending over top. So I'm just going to get my powder on here, and I will go off camera to heat set it just because it's noisy. All right, here it is. And I got to bring out Loki here. He is the guarder of my blending brushes. I did bring out a couple inks. I got these secondhand and they still work wonderfully. So that one should work well. And I don't know if I'll use a darker one. I'm definitely going to use Pool Party. I have used this one before for ocean cards and I like the color of it, so. This may take me a while. These ink pads that I picked up secondhand, also most of them, like I got a whole bunch of them, and most of them even came with re-inkers. And I don't think I've re-inked any of them yet, but I think maybe this one is due for a re-inking. It's still working well, but maybe I'm just being impatient. My last Altered Index video was really long, so I'm trying to make this one shorter, and being that I already have the idea for this one, last one I wasn't quite sure how it was all going to come together. This one I know what I'm doing, so it should be shorter. Do you guys each have a place where you find is a wonderful place of solitude for you, where you can just go there and think things over, whether it's actually physically going to a place or whether it's just going to a place in your mind? I find for myself, when I'm really thinking about deep topics, I find myself inwardly standing at the water looking out over waves, and the waves speak to me. Okay, I'm liking the color of this so far. Probably will come in with some of that darker one. This one is called Lost Lagoon. And you know, it's the same color family, so I'm just going to use the same brush. I have no clue if this one, oh, this one is definitely inkier. And I don't want it to be perfect. I do want the edges to be a little darker, so I'll probably do those first, and then I will probably just do some splotches here and there. That's some darker color. Because when you get into the water, it's not all just one color, right? Let me just clean up this glass mat here. And I do have this stencil by the Crafters Workshop. It's called Random Bubbles, and I thought I would use it. And just put some bubbles here and there. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do that with this darker ink. Just go in a few places. How's that looking? It's a little darker there than other spots. Okay, now I also did think that what I might do with this stencil is run some paste through it. My sparkle paste is getting really low and I think it's drying out a bit. So I did not pull it out for this card, being that I was trying to do a quick card. But I did have just some clear glitter glue that might take a little bit of time to dry, but I have used it before and it looks nice. So I think I'm going to glue this onto the card base. Actually, you know what? I might want the edges just a little darker if I can do that. I already put my ink away. Let's take that out and just do a tiny bit darker there. This card is like almost done already. I'm only at 10.5 minutes of actually creating. It'll be slightly shorter because I'm gonna cut out the embossing time. So who knows, this card might actually be done in or this video might be done in like 15 minutes. Okay, I like that a little better. Probably turn it around. And I am gonna just go in again Soften those harsh ones up a bit there. Okay, wipe the ink off of my fingers, and then let's glue this onto the card base. So I've got my art glitter glue. Almost grabbed the wrong one. Oh, come on. Okay, hold on. I do not have the proper size pin to stick in this nozzle here. So my glue does clog sometimes. My pin that came with it bent, and I wasn't able to save it. So really I just need to go to the dollar store and get another one, and I've been saying that for some time and I've not done it yet. Okay, let's put that away. And then I think the only thing left to do is to run through some glitter glue, some clear glitter glue. I'm just going to put some out there. And again, I'm just going to go in random places. Got my little palette knife here. Okay, I need way more than that. And look at that. I forgot to bring in my water bucket that I usually bring in to put my stencil in right away. So I'm just going to go off camera and clean this up. All right, here is my finished card for week 25 of the Altered Index 2025 challenge put on by Nonstop Paper Crafts. And the prompt for week 25 is solitude. So this is my card for solitude. The voice of the sea speaks to the soul. And these will dry and be probably show a little bit more shimmer once they're dried. But you can see it kind of glistening there. It looks really pretty. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, peaceful day.